Lepak with the Machas, let's go. Salam sejahtera and welcome to an episode of #Lepak with the Machas. Okay, before we introduce our Machas tonight, all right, muka handsome. One guy pakai topping, I don't know why, because Batman is out tonight, right? That's why you know celebrate in conjunction with the release of Batman. He's wearing a mask, lah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, before that,
mysterious.
mysterious. Let me just say that if you're new to our channel, JomUnited, all right, please subscribe, okay, and like our videos, share our videos, okay, so that it will help our channel grow. Okay, so it's been a while since we last have an episode of Lepak with the Machas. So tonight with us, two very, very special guests. All right, we'll start with Brian. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Brian, the one who make a lot of stupid jokes. That's me.
And we always
end the culprit live finally.
Yeah, and then we always end with his comment. Or we always most of the time we end our stream with his live comments lah. All right, and also Art, sila introduce diri sendiri.
Okay, so dalam Telegram I as known as AG. So salam pengenalan, let's go.
So if you want to also, if you could also join our Telegram group, it's very happening. There's a lot of debates, a lot of different opinions among us Manchester United fans, but at the end of the day, all of us have one common goal, that is to actually make sure that we survive March without a heart attack. So let's go ahead with the Lepak Macha session.
Now I think we're talking about March, right? Probably it wouldn't be that hectic because the Liverpool game is already postponed already apparently. So I don't know. They haven't have a tentative date yet lah. But then seems like our March fixtures, we only got like 3 fixtures and whatnot. Okay, so we got a comment here by Doc. Finally, I think this is towards you lah, Brian. Finally, all right. Take off the mask lah. There's only one Mr. Wilson in JomUnited. You got something prepared, something special prepared for Doc, right? Maybe we'll save it for later lah. We'll just save it for later. Save it for later, right? Okay, guys. Let's start off. Okay, let's talk about expectations. Okay, coming into this season, this 2021 season, and also after the dismissal of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the coming of Ralph Rangnick. Okay, all fans, all of us, we got expectations of how our season would be. Okay, versus the reality of our situation right now. Okay, so Brian, what's your take on where we stand right now in the league, in the Champions League, and pretty much that's about it. What's your take on that?
In my opinion, at the moment, if you're talking about EPL itself, fourth, if we finish fourth, it's like winning the league lah. Fifth and sixth is where we are supposed to be. 7 and 8 is, we shouldn't be surprised if we finish over there lah. Right, but we are still in Champions League, so yes, it might look very difficult, but you never know what will happen in Champions League lah. That's my take of where we are at the moment.
So to actually emphasize on that, don't you think that as a club as big as Manchester United, one of the most decorated clubs in world football, I'm not talking about just English Premier League, we are one of the most decorated clubs in world football. Finishing fourth being an achievement in itself, isn't that an expectation that is too low being a Manchester United fan? I mean, I believe all 4 of us grew up in an era where we were winning non-stop. We were winning 3 in a row, 2 titles in a row. We won 13 titles under Sir Alex Ferguson from 1986 all the way to 2013. So don't you think that to now actually say that 4th place is an achievement, don't you think that in itself shows that how low our expectations are under the new management?
Yeah, it is. Definitely it is. But we have to be realistic lah. There's a lot of, debate going on, whether it's the players or the managers or the coach or the board or the blackboard or whatever board. We are having a problem. So we have to be realistic. Something is not gelling, whether it's the players together with the manager or whatsoever not. We have to be realistic lah. We are not performing. Whatever pressing is going on is not working or whatsoever not, So yeah, that's my take actually.
Okay, so Art, macam mana dengan kamu? Kalau kan Alex Ferguson dengar kita semua cakap pasal finishing fourth kan, bukan saja kasut terbang, dia punya almari kasut pun terbang pada kita. So, apa pendapat you tentang apa yang Brian Lee cakap about our finishing, and then maybe input you sendiri.
Yeah, dari apa yang Brian cakap tadi, saya agree. So cuma tambahlah, kita kena tambah. Kalau Ferguson I ingat dia dah hair dryer semua orang kena punya. So this is sekarang kita currently dekat fourth position pun ada masalah. Sebab apa, kita sebenarnya dalam, kalau tengok atas kertas kan, nama-nama list player bagus, semua bagus, tapi atas padang tak perform. So Renrick datang, ini bukan team dia. Team ni di build up project 3 years dari Ole. So Renrick datang, tak beli siapa-siapa, January window, then dia kena make sure semua jadi betul balik. Is dalam masa 5 bulan I rasa a bit susah. Tapi kita tak, baru kalah sekali tau. One saja kalah, banyak draw. Tapi permainan Renrick pun beritahu player tak ikut. So problem kat situ. Kat situ kalau bila ada problem, sekarang ni semua everything nampak tak sehaluan lah. Nampak ada, memang ada, kita Manchester United as a biggest team in the world ada masalah. So bagi pendapat saya kat situ.
Okay, sorry, a bit of technical problem going on with my camera. But I might just carry on.
No problem. Okay, another thing is, okay, sekarang ada 2 benda yang tengah dilelongkan. Satu adalah Chelsea, nombor 2 trofi kabinet kita. Right? So 2 benda lah. Satu Chelsea, satu lagi trofi kabinet kita. 5 tahun dah kosong, so baik kita lelong aje lah. So besides sekarang punya expectation kan, who do you think have really stepped up under Ralf Rangnick? AG, kita start dengan AG.
Kalau
which player has really stepped up?
The youngsters lah. The youngsters. Kita boleh nampak Elanga, kita boleh nampak Dalot kan. Elanga, Dalot. Kita boleh nampak McTominay start to macam carry everything in the middle. So kita boleh nampak De Gea macam biasa dia perform, this season memang dia perform. So kita boleh nampak Lindelof kan. So I rasa youngsters lah nampak sangat dia punya input dia.
How about Brian? Any notable?
I think we need to address. Oh my God, this guy is like spamming non-stop. Okay, let me just. Okay, that's one DDG comment. Okay, let's just get over with this. Every live stream we got this kind of DDG comment.
DDG.
So
okay.
Brian, based on the question from Raj, shoot.
For me, Sancho, I would say, because he was quite bad lah under Oli. Maybe not enough playing time, but when the time was given to him, he didn't really perform lah. Right. Besides that, just to take on Mr. Doc lah, David De Gea, the one that made him perform better is actually Henderson, because he performed much better. That's why only he upped his game. There's a certain time David De Gea also doing what some of our players are doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, besides that, Ilanga also lah. It's good to see Ilanga having some chance to prove that he's doing a good job as well. I would say at the moment a much better job than Rashford lah. Besides that, also McFred also slightly a little bit better from under Ole's regime. Yeah, that's my take.
So speaking on that, okay, since we are comparing Ole Gunnar and Ralf Rangnick, so what do you think about the management style of Ralf Rangnick? Maybe his tactical play. These are the tough questions, okay? This is no more joking or tough questions. His tactical play, and also the important thing, his player selection for each game.
So Raj, you nak start ke apa?
We start with Brian Lee. Brian Lee continue from Brian dulu. Brian dulu.
For me, okay, I am one of the, how to say, penyokong that a bit different from the rest. Okay, I kind of have half of a foot to the I would say a Rangnick off train lah, right? Rangnick out train lah.
Tank. It's not a train.
Tank. No, not train. Tank. Okay, tank. Because okay, at the moment I would say it's everyone's fault. You know, certain times I would see that Ralf Rangnick trying to do what he's trying to do. like that day versus Watford itself, trying to put all the players and so on and so forth. That's the max that he can do, right? But many times, like even we ourselves complain, our fridge keep on playing, the Toshiba Hitachi fridge keep on playing, but our manager keep on putting either something is not hot or something is not cold, right? Keep on putting Maguire and also McFred itself. So for me, it doesn't matter, right? I don't care. Honestly, I don't care what is the style of play, as long as it wins and trophy. If we honestly, we need to ask ourselves, if we park the bus for 89 minutes and every match 90th minute we score and we win a trophy, wouldn't that be called a style of play? But at the moment we don't see that much. You see? But never mind, he needs his time. Okay, fine, he gets his time. Let's just see what he does lah.
Okay, how about AG?
So kita boleh nampak Renrick punya game ialah pressing, attacking macam Liverpool punya. So you boleh nampak kat situ through dia this season baru lebih kurang in charge tak sampai 3 bulan, total 160 attempt created chances under RR Renrick. So kita nampak kat situ ada dia punya style of game, dia nak player attack, tapi kesudahan dia dah finishing attacker kita tak menyudahkan. So kat situ I rasa better dari Ole punya. Ya, kita tahu 3 tahun Ole pegang, 1 tahun okay, tahun pertama okay, then after that kita tak tahu apa Ole buat. So for me he's doing a very good job.
Okay,
Tapi
got a
kan,
comment by 160 chances but tumpul.
Tumpul. Sebab apa? Kita mengharapkan sekarang ni certain fans, seriously kalau kita nak masuk, you guys I rasa semua tahu, mengharapkan satu striker, yang lain macam tak ada penyudah. So means tak ada option lain. Hanya harapkan satu orang untuk score. Bagi saya this is not good teamwork ataupun team player. So you just harapkan satu number 9 to score. So solution lain tak ada.
So which brings us nicely to what itu satu orang yang kita harapkan tu, that one particular person.
Yes.
We all know the jersey is at the back.
He's
back for
Phil Jones.
Ronaldo.
No one has a Phil Jones jersey. No one would dare to bring it out also lah.
And to actually put it at the back in a live stream, I think probably get belters from everyone. But okay, the question is Ronaldo the actual problem in Manchester United? Is he the actual problem? In your opinion, because a lot of people are saying Ronaldo is the problem. To me, to a certain extent, certain games I would fault on him, like last weekend there was a lot of missed chances. But at the same time, when Ronaldo goes off form, my next question is, where are the other players around him not stepping up? So AG, what's your take on this?
Okay, senang kan. Kalau I some benda ni senang je, because what, sekarang apa Ronaldo dah request, at least kita kena main 2 striker, dia request. So sekarang ni macam dia seorang-seorang. Dulu dia ada belakang, dia ada Ozil, dia ada Benzema, so belakang dia, so dia boleh support dia scoring. So sekarang dalam Manchester United, kalau dia seorang-seorang, siapa yang support kat dia? Siapa yang supply bola kat dia? You kena fikir dia ni, dia umur dia 37. Dalam 10 last game tu tak score, walaupun score 1 dekat Brighton, you tengok the way dia score, berapa orang catch up kat dia, berapa defend dekat kat dia, dia boleh score dekat tight angle. Tapi dalam masa yang sama, dia top scorer kita. Itu masa tu, ini kita cakap fact ni, dia top scorer untuk United. Yang lain kalau boleh supply kat dia, bagi bola betul-betul kat dia, supply, dia minta kat kepala, you bagi belakang, dia minta depan, you bagi tengah, dia pun geling kepala juga. So kalau you nak dia score, you kena, I rasa lah ini macam tak nak bagi dia score tau. Dia ada peluang depan, Bruno boleh try. So macam dia seorang, dia lonely tau, dia lonely dekat dia punya position tu.
Okay, but
so,
Question because you mentioned before that comment by side Maguire and Good same number of goals in 2022. Okay, this one is stats lah. The stat man got to talk lah. But then, but if you look back at the Watford game, for example, Watford and even Leeds also. Okay, Leeds that one no doubt lah. It's like they're leaking goals lah. Okay, let's talk about the Watford game lah. Watford game memang you cakap supply tak ada, memang ada banyak supply. I think in the Telegram, I think that night after that game, I think Brian also mentioned that there was ample, cukup supply, but then the finishing was not there. So this one, how would you say that for Ronaldo's situation? I mean, someone who has this much experience and we're not talking about 1-2 chances, we're talking about way more chances than that. So what's your take on that?
Okay, so sama juga. So setiap player, tak kira dia siapa pun, dia Messi, Maradona, Pele ke, dia mesti ada satu bad day dia tak score punya. Tapi the rest buat apa? The rest tak score jugalah. So I tak faham, kita play as a United ke, or we playing like kita ni dekat, kita macam style playing or Kedah. I tak tahu. So mana yang lain tu? Mana kaki yang lain tu? Mana yang kata winger, mana Sancho, mana Rashford, mana Elanga punya gol, mana Bruno punya gol, mana Pogba punya gol. Mana kita punya talent? Takkan nak harapkan 37 tahun ni. Tu I cakap mana orang punya talent?
Yang the finishing Maguire hari tu dia curi, letak dalam peti sejuk dia tu.
Tu I bukan nak backup, I pro Ronaldo, tapi I tengok as a contribution dia datang bila mula-mula orang supply bola kat dia. Kalau you tengok kan, bola orang shoot ada rebounds dia tap, then orang shot cross dia hit. So it means kat situ ada something tau. Ball yang quality ni sampai kat dia. Tapi sekarang ni kadang-kadang tight angle. Pogba, I tengok balik. Pogba bagi memang sampai kaki dia, tapi dia dah ke depan sikit. Tapi you assume kena gol juga. Tapi dia kaki dah kat belakang. So I rasa macam mana dia nak tarik bola tu balik. Tapi itulah cakap missing chances. Tak boleh nak bagi tahu benda ni sebagai satu excuses. Tapi I cakap, tapi kalau semua boleh unite dalam team United ni, tak kira lah ada Ronaldo atau tak ada Ronaldo, yang lain boleh score, yang lain boleh buat game. I rasa kita akan menang besar. Kalau you harapkan Ronaldo je, fan harapkan Ronaldo je, susah. Sekarang ni nampak sangat Ronaldo adalah dorang letak sebagai punca. Bagi saya, no, tak boleh. Sebab apa? Dia baru masuk di season ni berapa bulan dia main? Yang the rest dah main 3 tahun. 3 tahun takkan you tak boleh supply ataupun bagi bola yang quality, ataupun takkan IQ playing style you kat situ je. So kalau you nak harap,
finish up AG.
So kalau you nak harapkan Ronaldo untuk score, I rasa dia akan score lagi. You percaya cakap dia akan score lagi 20, lagi 30, dia akan score lagi kat United. But kita kena ada team yang supply kat dia, ataupun dia punya best man dia ada kat belakang dia yang boleh supply bola kat dia. Memang I dengar agak orang cakap Bruno bagi bola supply, tapi not quality enough. Itu je lah.
Okay, before that we got a comment by Rob. Ronaldo's start for United is very similar as it was for Juventus after 30 games. Both 27 starts, just 3 goals difference. Okay, maybe our expectations are higher. Okay, Raj.
Okay, Brian. What's your comment on Ronaldo's positioning? Because a lot of another comment, just now one comment is that he's not scoring enough. Another thing is they're saying that his positioning is always, he's not there when he's needed. When they find him in the box, he's not there and all those things. So what's your take on that angle about Ronaldo?
For me, if he doesn't work good on top, put another fella with him on top lah. Change your formation lah. Right. For me is maybe I don't know a lot about football lah. Everybody is saying, oh, okay, whatever, we need a CDM. We don't have CDM. So put who? Why not do a formation that doesn't require a CDM? Right. Say, for example, okay, everybody say, oh, we now, CDM lah, then now the left back, right back all need to cross lah. One fella cannot cross the road, the other one cross over Old Trafford. So then you expecting your striker to receive services, which is almost impossible, right? What is Wan Bissaka good at? At defending. Good lah, the fella defending. Right now, people say the fella Spider-Man. Why Spider-Man got third leg Spider-Man? No ma, because he's good at defending, correct or not? Right. How about Luke Shaw? Luke Shaw was voted Manchester
Player of the
United's
year.
player of
Yeah,
the year
player of the year.
by their own players, right? Correct or not? Does it mean that he has not performed before? Right. So what is happening? Is it really the players besides Maguire? Is it really the players, or is it the style of play, or what? You know, he says he's lonely. Put one partner up with him, whether it's Ilanga or
Yeah.
whatever, or the period pain fella, whoever lah. It doesn't matter. Change lah. Do something. You know
Cavani,
why?
you mean? Cavani, you mean?
Yeah lah.
I rasa
Cavani.
Cavani suits dengan Ronaldo. Tapi itulah
So
Cavani
why?
selalu injured.
Cavani tu dia Gold Card member dekat medical facility. So that's a different story.
The Phil Jones asking him join work part time in Tesco. That's why. So play a little bit more defense. You know, cover the wings. So fullback do their fullback. Yes, if you can cross, but don't every time hope for one Bisaka or Luke Shaw or Teles to do the crosses. You have Sancho. We have Sancho. We have Ilanga. You know, unfortunately, the Greenwood, he and his stuff lah. But Bruno, you know, and then Pogba can supply. Why? Why have to depend on those fellas to cross?
Mana
Who is-
exactly?
The thing yang saya tak boleh accept kan is people expecting one Bisaka to cross, because even one Bisaka knows that he cannot cross.
Hey, but it's improving already. Wait. I think the last time the stat was 110 minutes for one cross. That day he managed to do 2 crosses, alright? 2 crosses in 90 minutes. So it's
Correct.
improvements, alright?
So he
before that,
can
we
work
gotta-
around. Sorry. Go
a
ahead.
comment by Rob.
Yeah,
has a
go
quick
ahead,
one.
go ahead.
We have to remember his age. Yeah, he's the GOAT, but he's 37-year-old GOAT. In the Watford game, he looked off balance a few times and his stamina is crushed after a few runs, which is true, which is something that Pijal actually pointed out in one of the episodes before this. Okay, sorry, Brian, you can continue. Just now you were saying something.
Yeah, okay. So the other thing when you mentioned earlier about our expectations, okay. So what happened to our initial expectations when we started the season? Saying, well, number 21 is coming, What coming? My postage thing come faster than 21 coming lah. You know. So what was the problem? People were saying only CDM. We needed CDM. Nobody said we needed to sell right backs, left back, center back, backstreet boy, what back. Never. Only CDM only. Why now? That day, I think if you join the Telegram group, you know, even Dom himself put the list of players need to sell. Let's sell 11 players lah. David
Exactly,
Ricke also sell.
Oh, that one is okay. We shall not talk about that later. Dog is already spamming. He's like full of fury. Dog, why? Chill, dog. You're like so angry and so upset with you. He's like so. You see, he's like finding points. You know, like what we say, right? You see every single. He's micromanaging this life, although he's not in the life. You know, he's always talking about Alex Ferguson. Now he's being Alex Ferguson, lah. Okay, but okay, maybe right. Maybe like you mentioned, Brian. In all seriousness, just now you're talking about the listing of the players that we need to sell and whatnot. Maybe. Do you think that it's really the players being incompetent, or is because they cannot adapt to the style of football that Ralph Rangnick wants? You know, Ralph Rangnick, like we all mentioned that, oh, this guy is the professor. He can talk so much, pre-match conference and all this kind of stuff. But then, right, maybe his idea, his style of play, the players cannot accept, or maybe they are so used to playing the free-flowing, happy, express your style type of football. Then when they actually got a proper manager, they cannot adapt, and then they are all lost, and then they're like, give up. He's just an interim anyway. So what's your take on that, Brian?
So this is all depending on the board or whoever who is at the upper management itself. You say players do not suit managers, or managers do not suit players, which is true, correct or not? It's like so many examples. Eden Hazard used to be so good under Chelsea, you know, went to Real Madrid, I don't know, hiding with under the blanket or whatever. Look at Philippe Coutinho when he was in Liverpool, and then after that went, I don't know what, Bayern, Barcelona, doing nothing. But he's not a bad player. Does it mean that Klopp is a good manager? That's why he plays well. So do we want to stick with one manager, change the players, or maintain the players, change the manager? This one is up to the board to decide. You see, that is my take lah. You know.
Or you got the third option, change the board.
Who's gonna buy?
Maguire. Conor McGregor, sorry.
McGregor nak beli Chelsea sekarang.
Chelsea
Itu
pula.
pun lalang lah.
United
Itu
fans
memang
memang
lalang
lalang.
lah. Dia lalang lah. Tiba-tiba nak beli Chelsea, hari tu cakap nak beli United, apa lah. That one is all lalang lah. Katak-katak.
Exactly. And then we have to face the fact lah, the board will never change lah.
McGregor.
The board will never change unless somebody buys. If that one never change, then we have to look realistically what can change. You know, do we change 11
So, bagi
players?
I
Bagi you?
Alright,
bagi I lah, just tambah Brian lah. Just tambah dari Brian punya point kan. So bagi I, kenapa you dah lantik Ragnick untuk 6 bulan. 6 bulan je. So player tak boleh ikut ke? So dia memang lantik untuk 6 bulan untuk short termnya. Then after that lantik a new manager, we start new. Tapi sekarang ni player kena ikut. Then sekarang kita boleh nampak player susah nak ikut. Sebab apa? I tak tahu, maybe attitude. Sebab tu kita ada problem. Ada certain yang improve permainan dia. Macam Sancho, you guys nampak dia improve. Tapi untuk I 350,000 per week, 350,000 per week untuk dia flare, pusing-pusing je. Dia biasa bagi I. Tapi itulah cakap, macam Fred, tak ada apa-apa improvement. Tapi Scott McTominay, you tengok kaki dia lebam-lebam. Itu baru warrior. Itu baru betul-betul main bola. So bagi I, ada certain yang boleh main, ada certain yang tak boleh main. Tapi itulah question mark.
This one I got a question this one regarding this lebam. Do you need, in order to show that you're a Manchester United player, do you need to be that aggressive, lebam and whatnot, or what you want is actually the results, the performance, those passes? Okay, there's actually a conversation going on that we were talking about Scott McTominay and whatnot. Yes, he's aggressive. Yes, he got the passion and whatnot. But what do we actually want in a player? I'm not saying that he's a bad player. Personally, I think he's been played in the wrong position. Okay, if he's playing in a more forward position, advanced position, I think he would do much better.
Yes,
but
correct.
we don't have that situation because we only have one CDM, so that's why he needs to play as a CDM, right?
Sorry, Brian.
So in this situation, right? Okay, him being in that position, playing all aggressive and whatnot, do you consider that a Manchester United player, or do you want someone who can create something, forward-looking, forward-passing, stuff like that? Because if you talk about Sancho, in my humble opinion, and also Fred also, with the players that we have right now, we can't say that, oh, this guy is not good, this guy, I mean, we kecam and what, but we cannot say, oh, biasa saja. We got to see the progression from the previous games. That is our expectations now, I think, as fans now. We cannot Roy Keane last time can do this, oh, Ryan Giggs can do this, oh my god, if you want, you go and watch your VHS tapes of the 1994, 95 or whatever it is. Right now, reality, the players that we have, okay, let's be upfront, it's crap. In a certain way, it's crap. So what we can do, we can hope for is progressive improvements over game, over time and whatnot. So that's my take on this one. Not to say that Scott McTominay is a bad player, but I feel it's not necessary that you need to have all these kind of battle scars and whatnot. Okay, the game against Leeds, okay, maybe yes, a derby kind of game, passion is there, or we need that kind of stuff, intensity and whatnot, yes. But then in every game, if you're telling me you need to break your leg just to defeat Burnley, you need to get a cut in your face to beat Watford or what, I don't think it's necessary in that case lah. That's my take on that. Okay, maybe Art nak tambah just to add on to that.
Bagi I tu macam Tomine, sebab dia main dekat wrong position. Tapi kalau I sebenarnya dia future boleh I macam Fred, dia punya game asli. Step Pogba pun.
Oh, I think you got a bit of I think Art got a bit of connection problem. All right, I mean, I'll just connection sikit. Maybe you try to come back in, keluar dan masuk semula, because connection is a bit bad now. Right, maybe we'll just point this to Brian. What's your take on that? Passion, aggression, footballers. What do you think?
Yeah, somebody said you need to have a football brain, not just aggression. Aggression might as well you don't put Scott McTominay, you put Conor McGregor better. This is football not MMA correct? You know. So, and one thing I want to mention is these people. I mean, we have fans who keep on saying rebuilding. What are we? Bob the Builder FC. So when will the rebuilding end? So okay, rebuilding. Okay, by the time Ilanga is good, and then Rashford needs to retire. So how? Right? Hence, we get all those players who has experience and proven can do stuff. Cannot then put bench, find another fella. You see, I am a bit tired of rebuilding. The question is time. Moyes not enough time. Louis Van Gaal not enough time. Mourinho not enough time. Ole not enough time. How many more time? By the time got already, Dom's children will be grandparents already. We still haven't win the EPL yet. Right?
Remember, some teams waited an entire generation to win the league.
No,
again.
it wouldn't be that bad. It wouldn't be that bad, lah. That is the worst, lah.
So do we want to be in that position? So whoever, lah, to me, it doesn't matter whether it's changing the players or changing the manager. Find the suit, whether the person or the player, I mean the manager or the player, to suit the team. Then we move forward from there.
No, the thing
No
is,
more
right,
rebuilding.
I mean, to be completely honest, Dom, we keep on saying it won't be like that, won't be like that. If you come to think of it, next year it's going to be 10 years since he last won the league title, 2022, 2023. Our last title was in 2012, 2013. That was the last season under Ferguson. And 10 years, we are having an identity crisis for 10 years. That's a problem. The Man United identity, we thought since Ferguson chose Moyes as his successor, he is the one who knows the identity, and his identity was finishing somewhere in mid-table, and that's what exactly happened, right? We all saw that. And then after that, we had the era of Louis Van Gaal, whose tactics were a bit outdated, something that we learned the hard way after 2 seasons and all. He started to build something, and then we had Mourinho there as a free agent knocking the door. So everyone went on Mourinho train. Second season, confirm we will win the league. Never happened. So the identity crisis just keeps on building and building and building. We are going in to almost a decade without a league title. The last trophy we won was 5 years ago. Was the Europa League under Mourinho. So we could have entered a dozen semi-finals and whatnot, but entering semi-finals or finishing fourth, I think that other teams do, not us as Manchester United. That's my opinion as a Manchester United fan. We never should actually put ourselves in that situation. But my question
problem lah, this one. Sorry.
My question. Sorry, whose problem?
Problem. I kind of agree lah. Lemas, a bit of rain cannot play.
Every time man of the match doing so well, change lah. Then maybe we can win.
No. My question is Manchester United's identity transferred from being a footballing club to a social media merchant team? The moment we beat Leeds the other day, it was as if we won the freaking league. I mean, if you all saw that. I mean, I want the take on both of you all from the fans' point of view. Do you feel that we have become the social media merchants? We got Rashford as a social media merchant. The biggest clown in Manchester United, in my opinion, is Jesse Lingard, because he is busy promoting his brands and doing all kind of nonsense and not let his football do the talking. You don't have, like now when we see a player like McTominay, as much as he's a fashion merchant or whatnot, he is actually what the club used to be. He's played out of position and all, but that is how the football used to be for Manchester United, going in for fights in the middle of the field and all. This is what we used to see. Have we shifted our identity from being a footballing club to a social media club? What's your opinion?
My identity card has more identity than Manchester United. What identity is there?
Exactly.
So, social media, to me, this is how to say, it's something like a question for people who work in normal life also. A salesperson who does sales very well, if the fella come in work Monday and Tuesday, but every time the fella punya sales quota, meeting the quota and even exceeding, would you question? No. So same with Manchester United players, social media, do lah whatever promotion you want, this card, whatever, up to you want to do, but perform. Then don't perform, then what's all that? That's what I think.
Okay, a quick one. Let me just run through some comments. Rob mentioned you could say the same with Rashford and all his charity work. Okay, probably some can argue one of the reasons that he's been selected in the first 11 is probably because of this, Right.
Yeah,
Okay, and
because
then another comment
he's
by
not feeding the strikers, he's feeding the children only. The
feeding the
strikers
poor.
not getting his food, you know?
He's feeding the fans now, bro. Don't worry. With
Uh,
free match ball.
Yeah.
Comment by side. There you go. United sign good for social media. Okay. Art, I think your how to say your rival or something is addressing this to you lah. So Art, apa pendapat you? Sign Ronaldo untuk purpose social media.
Alamak.
Lemak. Janganlah. Hey.
So first thank you to Syed thank you Syed Syed Osama. Hang on. Okay, so for me Ronaldo sebagai marketing, for sure club nak buat duit tapi you tengok dia atas padang dia macam mana, dia lari, dia turun bawah, dia kena turun, dia drop dia number 9, dia drop, dia create chances, dia create spacing, dia shoot, dia bukan tidur atas padang. Sport buat apa? Pogba buat apa? Creative enough or not? The rest you nak suruh Bisaka cross, you nak suruh Shaw cross, habis duduk tepi Sancho, Rashford datang cross, so tak kreatif langsung. Yang kita kata okay, ini United very kuat, very strong team, but Ronaldo the problem. So mana yang bola tu datang? Either you nak main 1-2, either you nak buat set piece, either from corner baru 1 gol dia. So means kita main set piece bagus tak? So you just blame Ronaldo sebagai dia sebagai marketing saja. For sure itu betul, tapi atas padang dia top scorer. Dalam last time game dia score 1, tapi sebelum tu dia top scorer. Cuba bayangkan dia score lagi. Sebab sekarang ni I rasa sebab dah terlalu banyak, macam nak tunggu sampai bila? Dah nak
tunggu sampai Masya balik sini.
That is what I was waiting for. The comment of the day.
I tak kisah Martial datang ke, Martial tak nak datang ke.
Got censored
lagi, I rasa kat sini itulah.
Got censored by the French bot.
Tapi sekarang ni baik kalau Martial nak datang, dia boleh proof, dia boleh.
Connection is bad, man. I rasa kena
tapi macam Rashford tak ya.
I think you kena reset you punya connection because lagging teruk. Okay, we just ran through some comments here.
Okay.
By Eddie, Manchester United Social Club. Okay, got a comment by Darcylan. Even after an embarrassing draw against Watford, they can still post winning team on IG. Disgrace. Exactly. Another comment by Doc. No one can beat Bex for all his off-field distractions. On the field, he never failed to perform because he got the boot to the face. That's why the flying boot to the face. If our players all got that, definitely they'll perform.
Beckham is, the reason there was a rift between Beckham and Ferguson was because Ferguson felt he could do more with his football. Although we know how much Beckham has done in football, I think we all know that. The jury is out there too. But still, Ferguson at that time felt that Beckham was focusing too much on other things. He was becoming a fashion model more than football. So this is exactly how the club has slowly drifted into this kind of nonsense. How many times you see Arsenal players posting on Instagram and social media and all those things, and the Glazers don't really bother because they are minting money out of it on jersey sales and all those things.
Yeah. Those days, we are talking about nitpicking those players like Beckham and whatnot, and now it's like so far apart.
Those days you had workhorses, you had players like John O'Shea, you had players like Wes Brown. Some people didn't even rate Wes Brown, but Wes Brown has won practically everything in English football. That is Wes Brown for you. Ferguson asks him to play as a right back. He plays as a right back and he quietly plays. Nowadays, when Maguire is asked to play on the right side of a centre back, he cries.
He complains. He complains. Even he has to do the simplest job. Job, he will complain.
Correct.
Okay. A lot of comments are regarding the appointment of Ten Hag because I think there's a rumor going on that Ten Hag is interested in joining Manchester United. All right. So Daily Mail mentioned that Ten Hag keen on the job and he's reportedly taking English lessons. I would take that with a grain of salt lah. Anything with Daily Mail or what other one already these kind of outlets, right? Usually I would just
BBC.
read it like a comic lah, pretty much like a comic lah. All right. Okay, comment here by Kev. Ten Hag as manager, look at what he's doing at AX. Great football philosophy and has a great track record of building a great team on the pitch and a great football culture of it. You know, there's a lot of these kind of how to say arguments and all these kind of discussions regarding incoming managers. I think in a way that this is what the bot wants us to distract us from what is actually happening. What is the problem right now? Okay, my question to all of you guys, right? I mean, okay lah. Obviously, the favorite is Ten Hag, Eric Ten Hag. You think that Eric Ten Hag, he comes to United, he will actually make a difference? Okay, maybe I cannot address to everyone, but I'll address to maybe Brian. I'll address to you first. Do you think with the players that we have, like just now you mentioned, instead of changing the players, we change the manager, maintain the same players. We maintain the same board, we maintain the same players. We change the manager. Ten Hag comes in. Do you think that we'll see a change in 6 months?
Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't know, because the father of all these fellas, Ten Hag lah, Klopp lah, Tuchel lah, now currently is managing our club. But he himself, the how to say, the sifu of all the sifus, is doing taufu things ni. You know, so for me, don't care lah. Conte,
Come on lah, Brian.
Ten Hag. It doesn't matter, because until the day we see result, then from there we can work towards the progress. Say for example, Ten Hag comes now. All right. Say for example, after the season end, Ten Hag comes now. Then he does well with the current players, but not enough. Then he brings in players. Then the team progress better. Okay, fine. But if you come in then losing and stuff like that, then what's the point? People say about what Ralph managing RB what, Red Bull Leipzig, Red Bull whatever. Now you have player like Ronaldo and all these kind of players. So if you can't manage them, then what even gives you the qualification to even consult us? Say you wanted the CDM, but you couldn't buy CDM. So when you are consultant, Ten Hag is manager, how are you going to consult the board to actually buy players for Ten Hag? So to me, it doesn't matter whoever the manager is. You know, we can get him or her first in, and then we see what will happen. Not good, change, because I don't want to be Bob the Builder FC anymore.
Okay, comment
So
by
what
Martin.
you're saying is you are expecting instant results. Is it possible with the current crop of clowns that we have in the club? I'm sorry to use the term.
Yes.
Okay, you talk about instant.
Wrong,
6 months, okay, maybe lah, give 1 year. But with 1 year, you should already have some sort of progress that we can see. Correct or not? We were how to say, upping Ralph so much during that time. All we knew was we watch his YouTube videos, then you know whatever pressing and this, no backward. But why are we seeing the same thing? Why are we seeing the same thing? You know, what is he changing? Correct or not? So bring in somebody who can change something. It doesn't matter, right? Managers might suit different teams or different clubs. We need to find one that suits our players or our board or whatever not, because we know it's almost impossible to change 11 players, and it's almost impossible to change the owners.
Wait, before that I laju punya admin gombak. So Brian is saying Ralph out ke ni? Please.
Wah, why got fire? Wah, batu api. Sorry. Fire.
Throw away the batu api. Throw away.
Can I end up?
Okay, Art, sila Art.
So apa bagi I, bukan I tak setuju dengan Brian. Bagi I, this is Ranick masuk just untuk make sure dia interim, as interim semua dah tahu dah, dia ada 6 bulan je. So dia pun tak beli. Sebab apa? Untuk bagi the next manager 100% full power, full support. Tapi dia buat, bagi I dia buat pretty good job. Macam Ras cakap, to these clowns. Clown ni tak boleh main bola. Memang tak main bola pun. You letaklah siapa. Kalau you letak depan, Lewandowski pun tak boleh score. You letak Haaland pun tak boleh score. Kan? Sebab apa? Midfield koyak. Maguire still jadi captain.
Mungkin you betul. Tapi sebelum ni bukannya play kita tak pernah perform. Betul tak?
Memang tak perform pun.
Sebelum ni we talk about how to say, maybe
Bila?
Ole's time. I'm not supporting Ole in anymore.
Yeah.
But
You already
having
move
that
on, already
time,
move on.
yeah, move on. Move on. Phew. So other player yang perform macam darling Coach Dom, and even Rashford was also performing during that time.
Ya, kenapa you sekarang tak boleh perform? Sebab you pilih coach.
Ataupun coach
Why
yang
this
tak bagus.
bagi macam I gunakan terms
Because
Raj, why
sekarang
this donkey cannot perform?
Exactly. So we would not know what is
So
the
kita
real
kena
reason.
tukar kita kena tukar manager apa ni? Oh, masuk Ten Hag tukar. Masuk Ancelotti tukar. Masuk Zidane tukar. Player tak payah tukar. I rasa
Player pun
silap kat sini. Player kena tukar sekarang.
Tukar
Sebab apa?
berapa?
Macam contoh, kalau boleh tukar 11, kita tukar 11. Kita ikut cakap Dom. So sekarang ni macam you cakap, Lingard dia buat apa? Macam you cakap sendiri, Lingard buat apa? Rashford buat apa?
But this one, if you talk about Lingard, right, dia bukan, I think there's more to just manager and players. Really, ideally, like Raj always mentioned, it comes down to the board. I think Lingard wanted to leave. I mean, twice. He actually approached Ralph twice.
Yeah.
Before the Mason Greenwood incident, actually,
Yes,
Ralph actually
correct.
gave him permission twice to leave, but then it got
Yes.
stopped by the board. I think for social media or whatever reasons.
And to me, to be completely honest, it's not so much because they want him to play football. They want him to be there because he's a marketing machine to market things about kids who are actually fascinated with all his dance moves and all. So they are thinking on a business perspective. It's becoming a social media business club lah.
Yes, correct.
Where is the football? That's my question.
Yes.
That's what.
Kita sekarang ni masalah, you tengok Mata duduk kat bench saja, buat apa? You sambung kontrak dia untuk apa? Mata, contohlah. So kalau Lingard untuk menari, untuk tarik you, untuk beli merchandise, I pun tak tahu apa yang sekarang klub kita tengah buat. So ada orang yang memang tak nak main untuk United pun, just I tak tahu, for sake for kita sekarang ni masalah player kita memang tak perform 3 tahun ni. Maybe tahun lepas you jangan cakap sebab Liverpool banyak injured. Semua injured. Chelsea tiba-tiba je dia league memang dah EPL dah teruk. Under Tuchel dia boleh menang Champions League. Semua teruk. So kita bernasib baik, tapi kita masa tu leading 12 points. 12 points on the top. Macam mana City boleh beat kita balik? Kita dalam Champions League tapi terkeluar Champions League, masuk Europa League pun kalah final dengan Villarreal yang nombor berapa? Nombor 8. Dalam table tu nombor 8. 7 So macam mana kita main sebenarnya? Kita proud untuk season lepas. No. I nampak benda ni Manchester tak ada identity playing style dah 2-3 tahun. Kita hanya harap spirit je, semangat untuk 2019. After that sampai sekarang kita still player yang sama. Elanga lah baru.
Okay, fine. In a way, I kind of agree. Okay, sebelum tu I nak jawab soalan ni. Tadi yang Abang Dom ada. What's the point of blaming Ralph that he can't get the players when the board are blocking him? You mentioned his next role, but he's now interim manager. There's limits to. Exactly. That is the point. Okay. So what's the point? Okay, fine. If you don't blame on Ralph, fine. He cannot get the players. Okay. So to me is put it in the light way because I put Ralph so high on the pedestal. Okay, that he will, manage everything. The board will talk to him, the dog will talk to him, and everybody. So now CDM you want to get one fellow ni CDM also cannot get. The only thing you get the CD. CD also don't know can get.
CD also.
To me, do you know what you're doing? Can you actually negotiate well? So if I don't blame, not to say blame or what, but if I don't question that, then what do I question? Yes, the player need to look at themselves really. But what I don't like is this immunity of criticism towards Ralph Rangnick. Everything he does, because he's the father.
Yes, betul, I agree.
Everybody needs to be criticized. The player is not doing their thing at the moment. But why? The question is why. Ralph comes out and answer, great, but can you go back and do what you just said? Not that's why I feel lah.
Yes. Betul. I tambah Renick masuk, you ingat dia terus dapat semua green light, boleh beli semua orang. Kalau tidak dia dah belilah, dia dah jual semua orang, dia dah beli baru dah. Tapi dia tak dapat, dia masuk dia just interim saja. Bila dia jadi interim, dia kena follow board punya cakap. So board kata tak boleh beli, you kena jual dulu. You jual lah siapa? You kena loankan dulu. Dia buat. So sekarang ni macam Ras cakap, the donkey tak main dengan betul. So you kritik, you kata Raf Ranick tak beli CDM. Sebenarnya you yang nak CDM tu. You nak striker, kenapa Raf Ranick tak beli tu, tak beli. Sebab bab beli ni, master of beli, Ole dah beli, tapi beli pergi loan. Beli Pelestri tak pakai. Beli Ahmad tak pakai. Kan? Beli lagi.
You cakap tentang Pelestri, Ahmad semua tu. Do you think that signing itu Ole betul-betul nak ke atau apa? Because at that time dia nak Sancho. They cannot get Sancho, then in a way, the news come out, this guy is the next Messi. This guy is whoever baru dia beli. Do you think that Ole yang nak beli ni, or is the club, whoever it is at the top yang dia cakap dia naikkan, dia jack up the player macam they will be the next coming of Messi plus Ronaldo or whatever, goat kambing ke apa, and that's what we have now in this situation. I don't know apa pendapat you.
For me, Ole kena stick, kena firm. You as a manager, kalau you ada power sebagai manager, you kena kata tak dapat dia, okay, tak nak, tak perlu, pakai yang lama, beli yang lain pula. So tapi you beli benda yang macam and the end you tak pakai. Itu sebenarnya you ada team you datang dari scouting, everything, semua datang untuk bagi support. Dia ni boleh beli, tengok stats, everything, harga berapa, murah tak apa. Okay, I tak nak cerita pasal tu lah. Tapi you beli juga. You tak dapat Sancho, you patutnya beli orang lain. You patut beli you next target. Tapi you dah ada Daniel James. Then you nak Sancho lagi. You dah ada Martial, you dah guna Martial. You nak apa lagi? You ada Rashford, ada lagi. Kenapa you nak kena beli, you tak dapat Sancho, you beli Ahmad, you beli Pelistri? For what?
That one, I don't think it's Ole. I think none of the fans actually want the signing of Ahmad and Pelistri.
Kalau Ole tak agree, I rasa Ahmad tak masuk United. Kalau Ole kata
agree, sebab you tengok Donny van de Beek. Kalau you beli Donny van de Beek, lepas tu you masuk dalam squad, lepas tu you tak main dia. Ada tak pelik sikit tu?
Pelik.
Ada tak pelik? Tu pelik. So that is the question. You dengan I pun tak tahu sebenarnya dia nak beli ke ataupun bot yang nak beli.
So tapi sekarang ni contoh kan, kalau dia tak nak beli, bot nak beli, siapa yang nak patut mainkan dia? So dia tak ada courage, tak ada balls untuk cakap, saya tak nak dia, kenapa saya nak?
Exactly.
That is the one you actually just answered your own.
Telur tu dia tak goreng.
Patutnya. Kalau you ada, you have balls, you have balls, you takkan beli. You cakap you stick. Sebab apa? By end, you kena buang juga. So,
exactly.
Ole kena pakai otak. Ole tak pakai otak. Dia tak ada pakai otak. Dia
but sekarang dah tak ada Ole. So that's why no point kita argue.
Betul. Okay.
Kita argue pasal Ole sekarang, seorang saja yang gembira. Seorang yang tak ada kat sini saja yang gembira. Dia tak komen lagi dia kat mana.
Bagi I lah, Ranick sekarang ni dia memang dalam situasi yang difficult nak handle team yang di-create oleh Ole ni. So dia tak ada option untuk beli. Dia sebagai interim, dia punya voice dia limited. So dia kena proof. Sekarang ni.
So dengan
players dengan players ni yang ada sekarang yang main tak sepenuh hati, inilah sebab kita dekat fourth position. Kalau tidak, kalau ikutlah player list, kita ada superstar on the list. Kita mesti top 1-2 lah. 1-2, I tak boleh terima 3A. 1-2 lah kita. Tapi disebabkan kita punya superstar ni main macam superstar, atas padang jadi tak tahu super apa, I tak tahu, tak perform. Kita sekarang ni nombor 4. Belum tentu kita akan end up nombor 4.
Okay, Brian, I think we are already way, how to say, we ran way too long already. But so one last question for you, all right? Assuming that a new manager comes in we are talking about transfer market, right? What type of players should our manager go for to actually repair our current squad?
honestly, I really don't know. This is actually depending on what the manager want to do. Really, it's depending whatever style that he wants to play. Buy whatever player that you want to buy, as long as the team performs. Because what players that we want also cannot do. One of the greatest ever player is playing currently in our squad. Also, at the moment, all of us, like it or not, we are also complaining. Correct or not?
Yeah.
Bruno
Right.
performed excellent at the moment. Also, we say he's not. We say he's not the best. Pogba, one of the most. People were even saying one of the most creative players creative midfielders in the world. We are also complaining. David De Gea. The one different lah.
Alah.
Sancho, one of the most exciting player from Germany, come over here. Then we say they're Farmers League. So who some more we want, right? So this is all depending on what the next manager wants to get, or what he or she wants to do.
How
For
she
me,
lah?
I'm looking for this comment. Man, where's the comment?
Sajat mungkin cari pekerjaan baru, dia nak jadi manager.
Okay,
How about
Brian,
AG? Who do you think we need?
For me kalau I nak cakap, definitely bukan Pochettino. Definitely bukan.
Bukan player,
So player. Oh, kalau player kita kena buang. Bagi I kena buang. Seriously, I'm so sorry kena cakap ni. Kena buang Pogba. So kita kena cari a new playmaker ataupun yang boleh hold kita punya midfield. So Pogba tak boleh. Sorry to say. Sebab dia kita dah bagi terlalu banyak masa kat dia. Last 3 years dia memang flop. Bagi I lah, performance overall flop. Dia kejap dia okey, lepas tu dia flop. Lepas tu dia injured lah sekarang. Lepas tu dia tak boleh catch up dia punya fitness. You tengok Atletico. Dia main macam mana? I just ambil satu game, bukan ambil semua. Kalau semua habis lah, panjang lebar, maybe 2 jam lagi kot. So Atletico, you tengok dia main macam mana? So I rasa itulah, kalau player kita nak beli, kita kena cari satu player yang boleh hold, dan kita kena cari satu partner untuk Ronaldo. Dan kita cari partner yang sesuai, maybe Haaland. Kena spend.
But this is where my opinion with this because assuming that we need to revamp our squad and whatnot, right? And then we should learn from our mistakes. Is one thing we can control is the players that we buy We don't go for those expensive type of players. Instead of Haaland excess baggage, we know Viola akan datang sekali. You nak ke excess baggage macam tu? For me, I rather go for players who are cheaper. Like for example, in the January transfer window, we got players like Zakaria, Kamara, and whoever it is they were talking about. We should go for players. We should. I mean, eventually, if the reasons they are using that, they are waiting for the new managers to come in, and then of course the new manager will be advised by Ralph Rangnick, who is going to look into all this transfer and whatnot. If Ralph Rangnick got any power in that, support him, go for the cheaper, low-profile players, and then we fill up the squad with as much quality as we can. We get rid of those like Art mentioned, but he's leaving anyway. Pogba is leaving anyway, so the other players that who is a lot on high wages or a lot of ego and whatnot, we just get rid of that, and then we start with all these kind of younger, cheaper players. That's my opinion on that.
Betul, I agree.
Brian got this comment. This one you gotta answer this. Can you transmit COVID via live stream?
No, but you can transmit handsome virus. So I don't. I don't.
Hey Brian, why you not showing your handsome face? Come on. Okay.
Mystery.
Finale. Just take off the mask. Finale lah. Then after that we
Jai
just cut
Beckham
it.
is konspirasi. Konspirasi. Mystery lah.
Mysterious.
Okay, I think guys, we are at the end of our show already. We're already almost at 1 hour already. So thank you so much for joining us for this live stream. Thank you, Art. Thank you, Brian. We'll hope to see you guys again soon. Please, if you want to interact with Art and Brian Lee, if you disagree with their comments, you want to see his muka handsome, it will be revealed in Telegram. You gotta go to Telegram. Malam ni
Telegram. Don't worry.
Dia terus mask off, shirt off, pants off also.
Respect each other dekat sana.
And we shall end it with this. All right, good night, guys. Thank you. We'll see you guys.